Hello and welcome to TelecomTV. My name is Martyn Warwick. We're on the road again, and this time we're in Amsterdam at the Rafi Exhibition Centre for Broadband World Forum 2014, and I'm talking with Rafi from Essence. Rafi, welcome.
Good morning, Martyn.
And good morning to you. You're an Israeli company situated just north of Tel Aviv. We're going to talk about the Internet of Things in some detail in a moment, but first let's talk about what you do, what Essence is, and what you're launching here at the show.
Okay. Essence, as you mentioned, we're an Israeli company. We were established in 1994. We're currently situated in Herzliya, just north of Tel Aviv. We are a provider of end-to-end solutions for service providers of connected living solutions, both in the security smart home world and the healthcare aging in place world.
Now then, it's got a nice name in what you're launching here. Tell us what it's called.
It's got a great name, we think. It's called We're at Home. We're here at BBWF launching the We're at Home 4 platform, which is a step up from our previous platforms. We've introduced new mobile apps, we've introduced smart rules engines, and what's very important for us selling to service providers is that we've introduced additions and improvements to our management tools and event uploaders. It just gives the service providers a better platform to integrate into their current services.
And when you say we are at home, it's we and then
we,
are,
big
the
R,
at sign
at home.
It's
Exactly.
nice, it caught my eye when I saw it.
Yeah.
You mentioned service providers. Let's begin there. We're at a broadband show. Obviously, most of what you do is predicated on the availability of a decent amount of broadband.
Exactly.
What is a decent amount of broadband?
Well, the truth is, we don't need that much broadband. Most of the data we're utilizing is quite low bandwidth.
Because this is Internet of Things
Because
stuff.
it's Internet of Things stuff, where we're passing alerts and events. The only thing that may take a high amount of bandwidth is number one, what we call our IPD, which is a camera detector. And that it doesn't stream the whole time. When required, on event, it provides an alert and will send you a short 15-second clip of images of inside your house. We've just also introduced an HD camera, a high definition camera that, when necessary, you can go in. So, of course, that will require some bandwidth, but still, we're not overloading the system.
So, Rafi, what is the service provider opportunity for the Internet of Things, IoT?
The way we see the opportunity is in the connected home sphere. The opportunity is for the service providers to be able to add services in order to provide new growth engines, to increase their revenue through all the devices that we have in our house today that perhaps aren't being utilized to create an integrated living experience. When I say integrated living experience, what I mean is that we have all these devices, we have appliances in our home, we have cameras, we have door locks, a lot of things. Even today you have smart switches. We can connect all these things together. We can connect all these things together, make them work off each other, create patterns of events that we can monitor and actually manage when we're out of our home. And these are services that service providers are in a perfect position to offer their customers. They're already in the home. They already have these users as clientele. Why not make some extra revenue? Why not promote their growth?
Now, you're dealing with the service providers. What do you think they need, both technically and commercially, to ensure that the service providers, are in the best position to offer Internet of Things services to their customers?
Well, technically, they need interoperability and they need different tools to help their time to market. We've had a lot of instances in the industry recently of company service providers that have tried to bring in connected home solutions. It's just taken too long. They haven't been able to overcome the integration aspects. Their time to market became 12 months or more, and they're kind of missing the boat. So what they need is they need a solution provider who can offer them an end-to-end solution, so that they're not picking up a platform here, devices there, apps from another provider.
So it's better. It's no good doing it on an ad hoc basis. You need
Correct.
a plan.
Best of breed is great, but as we all know, they need to be interoperable, and we believe that you need a kind of combination of a platform from one service provider plus best of breed expansion,
right,
which is what we offer in this case with Z-Wave devices.
Okay, thank you. We've talked around what the services will look like. Let's look at them in more detail.
Okay.
So I take a service from a service provider based upon your technology, okay? That's provided to me. That's everything from checking that the windows and the doors are locked, the fridge is working properly, so you can turn the central heating on and off. You can even close drapes and curtains and blinds.
Correct.
And you've also got things like intruder detection, alarm, and everything else. Is that the sort of package you're talking about?
That's the sort of package. We are at our core a provider of security platforms. We've been going since 1994, providing residential wireless alarm systems.
Right.
So you have other companies that are doing things that are similar to us. They come from perhaps more the automation sector. We come from the security. So the heart of our system is a security system with all the security devices that we provide. Now, the security is the heart of the platform. We also see that as one of the most valuable services that a consumer will see when we talk about willingness to pay.
Right.
They're always going to pay for the ability to secure and keep their family safe. Now, you add on to this layers of services. Once you start talking about video, you start talking about home automation, you start talking about energy savings, which is another very valuable service. What do most people want in the end? They want to be safe. They want to save money. So this is the value that we feel our service providers can offer to their customers, and this is what their customers are going to be willing to pay for.
Well, let's move on then, Rafi. We've been talking basically a fixed line, I guess, at the moment, but you also have a mobile broadband solution as well, do you?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, the mobile broadband solution is number one. We have obviously the mobile apps, so we're utilizing the mobile infrastructure from beginning to end. As far as gateway communications, we're connected directly to the broadband infrastructure. We have GSM backup, which can be used either as backup or as the primary communications channel.
Okay, that's so that we are at home. Now, you also mentioned to me in passing before we came on camera something that might appeal to me fairly shortly, something to do with help the aged.
And on camera I also told you that you're still a while away, so let's be fair here.
Go on, so what is it?
We call it the care at home solution. Same kind of frame.
Yeah.
It's in essence an aging in place solution that allows the elderly to live at home independently for longer, which is going back to value. This is what end consumers value. They want to stay independent. They want to stay at home. Their family members want to care for them without worries for longer, without having to put them in a home. Let's say. Now, what we do is we place it's an ambient solution, whereas the resident doesn't even know that it's there, or doesn't even need to know that it's there. It tracks the residents' movements within the house, and we have a smart algorithm in the background that analyzes their patterns of behavior. Any movement from that pattern of behavior will be analyzed compared to how they usually act, and if necessary, we'll send an alert to their care provider and or their loved ones who are also monitoring. Now, it doesn't mean that if the resident wakes up an hour late, suddenly we're gonna have alarm bells
break
going
the door
off.
down.
What we're going to do is we bring a few different factors into place. Maybe they did wake up late. Maybe they missed their shower, spent more time than usual in the bathroom. You put it together and you say, okay, listen, maybe you give this person a call and see what's going on. So it's not an emergency situation, but it allows them to feel more cared for and safer.
But it is all part of the Internet of Things.
It's all part of the Internet of Things. It's all part of our connected life and connected living situation that we have.
Okay, Rafi Zahar, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Martyn.